Well, good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Grant Olson will be along a little bit later with our weather report. I'm Jefferson Robbins. It's Monday, September 14th, so before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, where we are going to find the story of the day, our horrific air quality. That's downtown Wenatchee. As you can see, conditions right now for smoke and particulate matter in the air are hazardous to breathe in the greater Wenatchee area. Other areas around north central Washington a little bit less oppressive, but still pretty bad. That's Turtle Rock, but you can't see Turtle Rock. What you might think of as a pleasant foggy day is in fact wildfire smoke that has been choking the valley now for the last 2 to 3 consecutive days. We'll be following that story, but first a few of the stories that we're looking at for you tonight. The fire crews are coming closer and closer to containing north central Washington's large blazes. There are new ways you can provide resources and do your part for Northwest fire victims. And the governor visits fire-ravaged Bridgeport, where he announces new cash assistance to those in need. But first, we begin tonight with our air quality. The Wenatchee Valley, as mentioned, remains socked in by hazardous smoke generated by our own regional wildfires and by those burning all across the Pacific coast. Air quality in Wenatchee, as measured by monitors that count the concentration of small particles per cubic meter of air, has been hazardous. That's hazardous for anyone to breathe since roughly 2 p.m. Saturday. Before that, it was merely rated as unhealthy to breathe. In Leavenworth, which usually holds a pocket of good air and smoky conditions, the quality remains less hazardous but still unhealthy. Same story down in Quincy, where the Columbia Basin winds can usually be counted on to disperse some bad air. Now, while these conditions are in place, stay indoors if you possibly can. If you must venture out, an N95 filter mask, not the typical cloth mask used to block the spread of COVID-19, is highly recommended. Fire crews say that the Cold Springs fire that devastated Okanogan County last week is now about 50% contained. Several homes and outbuildings were lost after the fire erupted on September 6th on the Colville Indian Reservation and roared south in heavy gusting winds. That blaze has now consumed almost 189,000 acres and led to the death of a 1-year-old child. Firefighters say they've controlled the northeast portion of the fire line, which was their main priority. On September 7th, that firestorm spawned a second grassland blaze in neighboring Douglas County, the Pearl Hill Fire. That is now almost 90% contained after damaging the town of Bridgeport and forcing major evacuations. Between the two fires, almost 413,000 acres of land have burned so far this week. In times of crisis like this one, the North Central Washington community looks for ways to help. Charitable groups say that what fire victims can use most right now is financial donations. One great place to focus your giving is the NCW Fire Relief Fund, managed by the Community Foundation of North Central Washington for the last several years. Another option, the River Warrior Society, is aiding displaced families on the Colville Reservation. Donations can be made to both those organizations at the web addresses on your screen. The massive fires have also caused danger for pets and livestock. Through the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, you can offer materials from the list of needs shown here, like pet food, collars, crates, livestock bedding materials. Financial donations can also be made at the web address listed at the bottom. Finally, Jacob and Jamie Highland, who suffered major burns and lost the life of their toddler son in the Cold Springs fire, could use your help. Both remain hospitalized and undergoing surgeries. Their families have organized this GoFundMe campaign to help pay their medical costs and related expenses. Now, the Washington State Patrol's top cop sees no connection between the state's massive wildfires and organized terrorism. Chief John Batiste on Friday helped shoot down rumors of political activists intentionally setting fires which have burned since Labor Day. He said State Patrol has made 2 arrests of suspected arsonists, but despite fast-spreading rumors on Facebook and elsewhere, his agency sees no organized effort to cause such destruction.
We've arrested 2 individuals, as I indicated, within Pierce County, both in the valley, setting fires one on Highway 512 at State Route 7. A trooper actually witnessed that taking place. The one in the valley on State Route 167 was witnessed by citizens who called it in. A trooper responded, could not detect that there was actual nefarious activities occurring. Shortly afterwards, a 5 police officer came along and witnessed the individual setting the fire. and that person, along with the other person, was taken into custody. Again, we have no indication that there's a linkage between those two individuals. We know that there's a lot of rumors spreading around on social media about an organized effort to set fires, but we have no knowledge of that. We've not been able to discover any of that in conversations throughout the fire community and amongst law enforcement.
Well, coming up next, it may be time to hit the gym again in Washington, at least in a limited capacity, and a reopened library service has to suddenly close again because the air gets too dirty. I'm Jefferson Robbins. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Don't wait, the sale is going on now.
I have fiber at home because it allows me to do a great job in my profession. It allows me to learn things that I need to learn at home. It allows my kids to hopefully one day be able to be educated because of what they learned online and what they learned from their teachers. And it allows us to have fun too as a family. And we're able to do a lot of things because of fiber internet. I'm Rudy, and my family learns with fiber.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Exercise clubs and other indoor fitness studios in Chelan and Douglas counties can now begin limited reopening under new COVID-19 guidance released by Governor Jay Inslee on Friday. Counties like ours in a modified Phase 1 had been barred from allowing gym services to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Inslee's new rules say gyms can operate personal fitness and training programs, small group fitness classes, and practices for certain low and medium contact sports. All indoor services are still subject to social distancing restrictions.
So after careful consideration, we've been able to do this to help these businesses and people who need to exercise. So that means facilities like gyms and yoga studios and indoor sports facilities can open for personal fitness and training, but this is with a limited occupancy to ensure that we have appropriate social distancing. We're glad to be able to make that progress.
Now, speaking of COVID-19, Chelan and Douglas counties' transmission rates didn't budge much from one week to the next. Data from the Chelan-Douglas Health District shows for the week ending September 9th, that's last Wednesday, the rate of new cases was about 237 per 100,000 members of the population. That's not much change from the 256 per 100,000 reported the week before. The counties need to achieve a case rate of 25 per 100,000 if they are to progress to a new phase of reopening. We should see new numbers on Wednesday of this week. 19 people in the two counties have died from the disease. Well, curbside pickup at all 30 public libraries in north central Washington, which was scheduled to resume today after a 6-month closure in Chelan and Douglas counties, has been shuttered due to the hazardous air quality throughout the region. NCW libraries closed all their branches and drop-off services last spring on public health orders from the state, but they've gradually reopened for curbside service in the last month or so. The libraries still plan to revive the service in the Wenatchee Valley, so watch their website and Facebook page for updates. In the meantime, mail order for books and library materials will still resume today. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, Governor Inslee visits the fire-ravaged town of Bridgeport and orders aid for those most affected by wildfires. And Grant Olson will have your complete local weather forecast. That plus sports and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Governor Jay Inslee visited the east side of the state this weekend, meeting with citizens of Bridgeport and the Colville Confederated Tribes. Both the town of Bridgeport and the Colville Reservation have been seriously damaged by the fires that broke out over Labor Day weekend. On his stops, the governor announced an executive order to provide cash assistance to fire-affected residents through the state's Family Emergency Assistance Program. And he tied the devastating fires to ongoing climate change, just as he did in this Friday news conference.
These are not wildfires in the sense that they're caused by some natural process. This has just never happened in the state of Washington before. This is not natural. This is not an act of God. This is not something that happened because of evolution or meteorological conditions that would have been here without our industrial base. This has happened because we have changed the climate of the state of Washington in dramatic ways. I'm 69 years of age. I have never woken up with smoke 3 out of the last 5 years choking my grandchildren. I've never seen ash in our cars before. How many people have seen major fires in Sumner and Bonney Lake? This is an entirely new situation, and it is caused by climate change. And so I'm pointing this out because I am frankly not accepting of allowing people's houses to get burned down anymore. I've been governor for 8 years. I've seen too many people who've lost their houses. I've seen too many couples standing in the ash of their homes crying about their losses. That's not acceptable in this state. And we should rise and attack these fires at their source. And I hope that we will do that.
Some possible relief in our weather picture on the way. Here's a look at weather for today and this coming week from NCWLIFE's Grant Olson. Grant?
And thank you very much, Jefferson. Time now to take a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope you all had a great weekend. Looked a lot like that, didn't it? Throughout the weekend, Saturday, just awful around north central Washington. Yesterday, not much better. And this is what we're dealing with today as well, with visibilities between about 1/2 and 3/4 of a mile throughout most of the day. Here's our Sky-Fi tower camera on the Cascadian looking down at, parts of downtown Wenatchee today. And you couldn't see much of it, that's for sure, with all that smoke. And boy, I'll tell you what, temperatures right now are really hard to predict because of all this smoke. And we do have an air quality alert as we make our way through the rest of this week. It affected us all weekend, and it will affect us through this week, probably through about Thursday or so before our weather pattern begins to change. Air quality across the region will vary from moderate to hazardous. And if you're curious about air quality, here's where you go. Fire.airnow.gov. And yeah, it'll tell you a lot of information. Our air quality isn't going to change a whole lot. Let's take a look at today's Almanac, an unofficial high temperature. Yeah, we thought it might get to 79 because of the smoke. I mentioned temperatures are very tricky right now. Unofficially 74 our high temperatures. 77 is where we should be for this time of year. We started out at 57. 53 is our normal low temperature. Record high just a few years ago, 93 back in 2013, and record low 1986. It was 41 degrees. Sunrise 6:38, and the sun will set tonight at 7:13. Let's take a look at how our Tuesday weather shapes up, and it's going to be a lot like today and probably no change whatsoever. Mostly sunny skies for Tuesday if we see the sun at all, but we're going to see a lot of smoke tomorrow as well. Upper 70s for most of us. Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, Wenatchee all at 79 for highs tomorrow. 73 in Lake Wenatchee, Lake Chelan at 78, and 78 as well for you folks up in Omak. As we take a look at what we can expect over the next 7 days, widespread haze today. We'll see that tonight as well. Mild temperatures overnight too. In fact, we're going to see temperatures about 60 degrees, so quite a bit warmer than we're used to this time of year. Temperatures, that's hard to predict, but we should be somewhere, as I said, in the mid to upper 70s throughout most of the day. For Tuesday, widespread haze, and look at that, a 20% chance for scattered showers. This area of low pressure off the coast will eject waves of moisture, and we're hoping that moves into our area on Tuesday. For Wednesday, then, widespread haze. Wednesday and Thursday will be our quietest weather days this week. We'll be fairly warm as well, showing about 80s, but I don't know if we're going to make it there with all that smoke. We'll see. For Thursday, hazy and warm. Here's our area of low pressure, and that's going to move out, and another area of low pressure will move in, and that'll bring us a little better chance for rain, especially as we get into Friday. But you can see just some, thunderstorms moving into western and Oregon and western Washington. And here's our best chance for rain. It's on Friday, folks. Partly cloudy, a 40% chance for showers, maybe a thunderstorm. And I'll tell you what, don't have to tell you, lightning is the last thing we need right now, but it looks like that is a possibility. For Saturday, partly cloudy skies. We're going to stay with that unsettled weather into the weekend, about a 30% chance of showers. Once again, our area of low pressure is disintegrating as it moves through the Pacific Ocean. It will slide a little bit south by Sunday, and by the end of the weekend, pretty nice day. We'll see sunny skies and mild temperatures with highs cooler. We're talking highs Sunday between 75 and about 80 degrees. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Don't know if we got there, didn't get there today. We still might unofficially, but it's just stayed down because of the smoke. 58 tonight, 79 for Tuesday. Keep in mind, a chance for some scattered rain, and that sure would be nice tomorrow. 83 Wednesday, 84 on Thursday, and then our weather begins to change. A 40% chance of scattered showers on Friday, a 30% chance of rain on Saturday, and then by Sunday, things a little quieter. By the end of our weekend, sunny skies and mild with a high temperature of 78. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, Eric Granstrom with sports as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hi, my name is Blaine Johnson. I'm at Global Elite Motors. We're tied in with Global Car Care down here locally. So we're not your typical car buying experience. Somebody can come down here, take a look at what we have, and if we have the right vehicle for you, we'd be glad to help you out with it. A lot of times we are able to go out and find specific vehicles for somebody so that it fits their needs, their budget, and all the things that you want without you being obligated right away. If you're looking for a good, reliable car, come see me, Blaine Johnson, down at Global Elite Motors.
Why run all over town when you can get the financial services you need under one roof? The location is 521 Chelan Street right here in Wenatchee. Accounting solutions for success. Insurance from trusted choices. Real estate, the power of the edge. Personal, professional, preferable. It's all right here. Get the edge on your financial needs. Now available in Chelan as well. Get more information at augustedge.com. Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. It was a smoky night for the Jerry Bershow Memorial 100 at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval Saturday. A field of 87 cars in 5 classes competed throughout the evening, and we had it live here on the NCWLIFE channel. I was joined by Greg Rentz with all the play-by-play.
Traffic, Baker! There's going to spin him around. Look out! Griner comes to the finish line. We have a wreck. He still won.
I think
Ingram still won.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Knuff gets third. Griner second.
Oh my gosh.
Ingram spins across the line, gets hit, and wins by 0.2 of a second.
Literally came across the finish line sideways. Unbelievable finish to our main event here for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners.
Yeah, that was really surprising. You know, it was a good finish, you know, definitely for us tonight. So coming home with 2 trophies to give to the family, and you know, I'd like to thank Plum Perfect for sponsoring the class, thank my mom and dad for watching the race tonight, my wife Megan, my 3 daughters Natalie, Hannah, and Emma, and my nephew Kellen, and my brother Josh for letting me race the car tonight.
And Ellie Mae takes a look inside here as they head towards turn 1.
Battle for the lead in turn number 1. Allie Mae, winner of the season opener, going to clear Riker Oler. Checker flag is out. Win number 2 on the season. Final Bandolero start is a win for Allie Mae Jones. Riker Oler second. How about Cannon DeLong, a podium for the young man? Gets a third.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Well, tell us a little bit about that. Next year, you're going to be running Legends with Big Brother. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited because I've always looked up to my brother, and now I finally get to race against him, and I haven't really got to do that ever.
All right, 2 wins for you this season and a perfect way to end your Bandolero career. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, my brother, and my grandma.
Casey Cash in the 1.
Klein will go inside and take over the lead from Haley Thompson.
But down the backstretch for the final time. 2 wins at Meridian. Finally a win in his home series at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Casey Cash picks up the win.
Yeah, we haven't got to race very much here because we've been racing in Madera in the junior and all over, but it feels good to get a race here and get a win.
Oh, look out, he comes inside. They almost go 3 wide.
That's what I was talking about right there, trying to pin Blanca behind Rice. Problem was Blanca had enough time to get back down, but Jones was able to get the run here to the inside for the lead. 23 to go. New leader, Levy Jones, winner in July, leading again in September.
How about that?
Thompson is able to pull away, but back-to-back sweeping it here this season. Levy Jones gets it done again. Blanca second. Thompson holds on for third.
It's really hard. We had technical difficulties Friday. Blew a axle bearing, and then today we blew a brake line. So we were thrashing on the car all day, all yesterday, just to get it going. But it's really great to pull off the win after all of that. So it was really good.
And Terry Halverson trying to get up front. Remember,
oh, we got sideways, and look out.
Havens around, Evans around.
Oh my, front end
Glenn
damage.
Knudsen involved. Lance Elliott from Wyoming involved. Evans, I think, got the worst of it there.
Brent Harris with damage to the front of his car.
Rocky Crocker sparking going down the front stretch there. He's going off on the pit road. Here comes Knudsen inside for the lead. Going through turn 3 and 4. Got it. Mike Knudsen leads. Mike Knudsen, a dominating performance by Mike Knudsen tonight. Off of turn number 4. Thirds in the first 3 races and a checkered flag and an unofficial championship season. Mike Knudsen ends it in style.
No, it's pretty cool. We've been working on this car, and Garrett Evans told me some advice from last race, and I just put it to the car. And man, all I can say is I can't thank Garrett Evans enough. I can't thank Glenn Knudsen enough. My brother Christopher Knudsen. I'd like to thank my wife and kids watching the race, my mom for putting up with us, and everybody for putting up with us. This is a cool race to win, and I think I got the championship too. So I wish we would have competed against my little brother a little more, and the start of the race was a little bit sketchy, but anyways, I'd like to thank everybody, and I wish the fans were here. I've got to thank NCWLIFE, North Valley Mechanical, Ron Bershauer owns Jerry's Auto Supply, Jerry Bershauer Memorial Race. Really cool. This is my second time I've won here, so I'm pretty excited.
Once again, it was Quincy's Michael Knudsen winning the Jerry Bershauer Memorial 100 in the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. Lake Stevens' Tyson Lang was second, followed by Yakima's Caden Anderson third. Shepherd's Oil Wenatchee Legends Cup. Tacoma's Chris Belanca was second, followed by West Richland's Trace Thompson third. 12-year-old Casey Klein of Quincy won his debut at WVSO in the Mountain Dew Junior Late Models. Kennewick's Caden Moran was second, followed by Haley Constance of Snohomish in third. Bandolero main event went to Puyallup's Allie Mae Jones. Second was Prosser's Riker Oler, and third to Ephrata's Cannon DeLong. And in the Plum Perfect Roadrunner finale, Jared Ingram slid across the line sideways for the win, followed by R.T. Greiner and Brandon Caduff. Final race of the season is in 2 weeks at WVSO. Features the Neil Newberry 125 presented by Pepsi. We'll have it live here on the NCWLIFE channel. Well, Russell Wilson threw for 4 touchdown passes to lead the Seahawks to an opening day win over Atlanta, 38-25 Sunday. Wilson 31 of 35 for 322 yards, throwing 2 touchdown passes to Chris Carson and 1 each to DK Metcalf and Greg Olsen. Wilson became the first Seahawks quarterback in franchise history to throw for 4 touchdowns in a season opener. Coach Pete Carroll was happy to see the work in training camp carry over into the first game.
What we've been doing in practice showed up, and Russ has been extraordinary all camp. He had a great summer, as I told you guys, and throwing the ball to everybody, and he had, perhaps his best throwing day numbers-wise. But just about you could have, and it was in great command of the game. And we messed up a couple sacks, but then after that we really cleaned things up, and we were able to really move the ball. And so it was a big day for Tyler Lockett. 8 catches, it was all over the place. Big day for DK, particularly the big touchdown pass. I think a really good showing for Greg Olsen, like we'd like to see him. He'll have games where he catches 8-10 passes as we go along, and the running backs ran really hard too.
Next up for the Hawks will be a Sunday night matchup against the New England Patriots. That's sports. Jefferson, back to you.
Eric, thank you very much. Finally from us tonight, 11 educators in the Wenatchee School District have helped hundreds of non-English speaking students officially achieve English fluency. In the 2019 to 2020 school year, 262 students graduated from the state Transitional Bilingual Instruction Program. That's 50 more students than the year before. The district recognized the 11 teachers last week with its Outstanding Migrant Bilingual Educator Award. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or on our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call, 888-6295, that's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Grant Olson will be back with you tomorrow night. Stay healthy. Don't forget your mask, whichever one you choose.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. One look at the new Z series of Supreme boats and you'll know you're looking at a high-performance wake surfing boat. These boats are known as the Zeus boats because riding one is like surfing a lightning bolt, embodying the mythical trinity of surf, strength, and spirit. See the Supreme boat line at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family. Green Motion e-bikes is located right downtown on the corner of Palouse and Wenatchee Avenue.
In a world afraid of technology, one man, one show. We'll bring you the newest innovations that may just change your life. This summer, Ray McNeil, and your Weekly Tech Update is your Weekly Tech Update with Ray McNeil.